Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation, coming to you again here on Christmas Eve. Actually, I will be doing a live stream, a special Christmas Eve live stream, but wanted to take a moment to talk specifically about the silver markets. You know, gold is already now up over $1,800 again, but silver has been struggling, but it is seeing a few days of a little bit of a positive momentum here as we get closer and closer to the end of the year. Now, it's becoming less and less likely that we're going to see silver reach its previous highs this year, but nonetheless, it is getting close to $30, to $23 an ounce. The $30 is what I would hope to get to this year, but getting close to $23 an ounce here. And if you look at some of the charts here, we look at by monthly moves of silver over the past couple of months here, we did see around the middle of November, silver reached over $25 an ounce. And now it has taken a pretty dramatic fall towards the end of November down to testing $21.75. And now it is making its way and edging its way back up there. But nonetheless, today, here, Christmas Eve, the markets are closed, but we're seeing it getting close in the ask price to $23. And we could see it kind of edge out a little bit more towards the end of the year. But likely we're not going to see dramatic movements one way or the other. Probably going to be pretty quiet as we finish out the last week of the year. Nonetheless, there's an article here that talks about it here, Guardian Gold, that talks about how silver price signals a swing higher. Silver price has upset a few bulls as of late after retreating from a high of $25 per ounce in November down to a washout low of $21.40. But there are some positive indications from the recent price action hinting that a significant low has now been formed. From a technical perspective, it was very important for the price to hold at this key $21.40 level as it coincides with the recent lows all the way back to the major. The silver price is upset, and from a technical perspective, we see this level here, which coincides with the recent lows all the way back to a major initial breakout of June of 2020. And you can see here the price action going back to early April and March here. In fact, this goes kind of right back to the average of what we saw in March. We did actually test below $12 an ounce for a brief amount of time, but we can see that there is some solid resistance here from this chart here, and it's $21 and about 45 cents there, but it didn't break down that low. So you can see it's so far so good for silver. So the market has retraced back to safe territory, $22.86 as of the authorship of this article. But we can see here the markets are showing a different tail. Well, it's actually there for the bid price. It is $22.86 there. Nonetheless, it is interesting. The MACD momentum indicator on the daily chart below is also signaling a swing of momentum to the upside from here. And the behavior of the price with the long tail on the daily candle usually indicates market capitulation or bottoming behavior. With technicals now in favor, don't be surprised to see gold and silver ratio start pulling back and silver outperforming in the short term, eyeing $24 an ounce, which coincides with what I mentioned in a prior video of where people think that silver could reach in 2022. The gold to silver ratio seems to have peaked above 80 to 1, and due to a drop to this extended level, it's now below 80 to 1 now, barely. But nonetheless, we can see this is an interesting chart. It looks like the gold to silver ratio over the year, and we can see that in March it did go down to about 64. So that's pretty interesting indeed to see kind of where things are in the gold to silver ratio. Now it's testing below 80, but it kind of been hanging out there for quite some time. It's been fairly volatile throughout though the year. And then it talks about gold, but we're talking about silver here, and we know that there's going to be a lot of different things that will come into play next year that can move silver one way or the other. You've seen me do videos about what would be a disaster for silver, and obviously that would be testing levels below $20 and well, really below 15 would be, I think, kind of disastrous in terms of, what people's expectations were for silver. I think people would leave. I think a considerable amount of new stackers will probably leave the silver stacking market at that point. Others that certainly long-term stackers are a little bit more patient, and I believe that's what it's going to take in order to realize the hedge that silver provides. It's going to take some patience and time, but I believe that 2022 will hold some certain key aspects. I believe we're going to see some decisions made in the markets for silver one way or the other in terms of the people that are taking part in it, and as well as the markets and how silver will react to inflation and the like. It'll be very, very interesting. Nonetheless, the silver is kind of moving in an upwards direction as we close out the year here, and it's quiet here on this eve before Christmas. And in just moments, I will be live streaming, and we'll have a Christmas Eve live stream, have a little bit of fun talking about the markets and what your Christmas plans are. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and I will also be posting a video tomorrow on Christmas. I hope you enjoy your holidays so far, and if you have time, you want to check out some of the older videos I've posted, even some of the newer ones I've recently just posted, feel free. And I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch this video as we discuss the markets. And I want to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.